Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Reina Creole, and yes, this is a very rare morning live stream from your girl. I'm one of those people who works during the day, but I decided to take today off from work, have a nice long President's Day weekend, and hey, why not spend that some of that time hanging out with you guys, especially as I had the extreme displeasure of going to see Madam Web last night. And to put it bluntly, this movie was so awful, it's not worth me trying to edit a video to do a review of it. So, usually when I get like that, we're just roasting that sucker live. Totally roasting it live because absolutely without understatement, it is without a freaking doubt the worst bleeping superhero movie I have ever seen. This movie was definitely not for superhero heads and not even for superhero normies. Because if you even have a cursory knowledge of who Spider-Man is, did I say Superman? Oh my God, caffeine hasn't kicked in. Even if you're a normie, okay, and you have a cursory knowledge of who Spider-Man is, you're going to be in this movie like, what the hell? What is this supposed to be? And for those of you who are just like, oh, you don't like this movie because there's women in it and you're a sexist and you're a misogynist. Well, you're going to call me a sexist and a misogynist big time because this movie is not suitable for anyone to watch. Except maybe entitled Karens and spoiled Gen Zers. That's pretty much the audience what this film is for. But I'll talk about it the further that I get into it. Also, I will be slinging spoilers when I think a movie is so not worth your money. I'm spoiling every single chance that I get because this film was garbage. Absolute 100% garbage. Your girl spent her own money to go. I have one of those past that program at Regal where I have Regal Ultimate where I pay one price and I can see as many movies. Okay, so 3 reservations at a time to see a movie. So this is one where I don't even think it was worth it for the loyalty points. It was just freaking awful. But before I get into that, let me get into welcoming you guys because I have the most amazing chat. I love pinging off you guys in the chat with your comments about the film. I will say that if you love the film, that's okay. You love this film and don't you let anybody tell you otherwise because daggone it, people didn't like Morbius and I kind of like that in like an interesting train wreck kind of way. I did. It was a movie that was so bad it was good, but this movie was so freaking bad. I don't know if you've ever seen Mystery Science Theater 3000 where they had this movie that was so bad they had to stop the show and apologize to the audience because they're just like this movie is so bad. I just don't know. There's so much to do. But let's see who we got in the chat here. Hey, CJ, my thumbnail guy. Initially, I was going to line her up against a wall and have the logo smashing her into it with huge gobs of blood spurting everywhere. But then I figured it might be too graphic. Yeah, YouTube would have said, no, we're not. I'm not letting anybody see it. Hope you're doing well this morning, my dear. Steel Lake of History says, Reina Creole, how hello are you doing today? Be blessed. Well, I am doing great. I am blessed. Hope you are as well. Of course you are, because you're alive and breathing. I'm doing great because it's a day off, despite me having to watch Madam Web. But I get with the worst movies that are out there, the pleasure that I get is warning people so they don't blow their money on crappy films. If you do, I warned you, but I'm just here to give you my opinion. Let's see. We see Jean Francis is here. Says good morning. Good morning. This sounds like it'll be a very amusing live stream. Yeah, yeah. I don't hold back when movies are crap. Um, you spend your hard-earned money to go to the movies. The movies are not cheap to go to, especially with like an average price between like 16 to 20 bucks for a regular showing, and then you buy concessions. Well, I really don't buy concessions. You know what I mean? Sorry, helps have a big purse. Um, Hey, Keely Chow. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Well, good morning. Good morning to you, Keely Chow, and Roll Tide, of course. Roll Tide as always. Chef Nation, hello. I see you and little Chef there. Good morning, beautiful people. So happy I went and saw the Bob Marley flick instead of this. Don't worry about a thing because every little thing is going to be all right. Yes, I am going to see that. I've been wanting to see that movie ever since I saw the trailer in the theater. Love Bob Marley. I have Legend on like CD, you know, ripped off the MP3s for it. That is Bob Marley's Legend is one of my favorite reggae albums of all time. It's just up there top tier with that. And of course, I love the music from his son, Damian Marley and Ziggy Marley, both of them. But I love reggae. I tell you. Let's see. We have got free food, free movie, still not worth it. Nope, nope, not at all, not at all. And I don't know if some of you saw my post on Twitter last night. I was in the theater, and it was mostly, well, the little people that were in the theater, mostly old people, cat ladies. I had a group of folks in their 20s behind me, and their commentary was along what I was thinking about this movie. So I knew that I wasn't off. Would you say The Marvels was better? Yes. Not only was The Marvels better, The Eternals, for the 20 minutes that I watched it, was better than this freaking movie. And y'all know how much I do not like The Eternals. Neil, hello. Says I heard this movie was really atrocious, like not even agenda, but just genuinely bad. They had a couple of agenda points that were in it that kind of annoyed me, but again, it wasn't the worst part of the movie. The worst part of the movie is that this, I don't know who greenlit this crap, but in no way was it ready for prime time. The editing was crap. The cinematography was crap. I want to know how much money Pepsi either paid or they extorted from Pepsi to make this lousy ass movie. Put it that way. Let's see. For those of you who watched Madam Web who are Cowboys fans, was it more or less painful than a Cowboys playoff game? Let's put it this way. I can't stand the Cowboys. I would rather watch the Dallas Cowboys. I would rather watch a Dallas Cowboys game than this movie. Literally. It's that freaking bad. Dylan C, hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. This is Hey Lorena. Hey chat. Good morning. Well, good morning. Good morning to you. Glad to see you here. Glad to see you here. Buenos dias. Thank you, Bosco Scenario. Good to see you. Guy Scar, ¿cómo estás, mi hermano? Hope you're doing good. Lil Ohm says good morning from Arizona. Ah, beautiful, beautiful, sunny Arizona. Beautiful out there. Beautiful out there. CPR, the true hero. Oh, the Lord. I, I will eventually step through this film with the parts that irritated me, but that one really freaking annoyed me on a lot of levels, let me tell you. I will say that if you are an EMT or a first responder, this film will piss you off. It really will. It really will. It will totally piss you off. I don't like reggae. I love it. I do too, man. Love reggae. Love reggae. Hey, Danny, what do you rank the movie compared to Morbius or compared to, I don't know, the Marvels? I I will definitely say Morbius was much more enjoyable than Madam Web. I mean, so if you say out of all the Spider-Verse movies, like compared to, well, Venom's going to be number one, even though I got issues with it. I had fun watching it. Let There Be Carnage. Well, I think I'll actually put that one first, then the Venom movie. Um, but Madam Web, if there's a basement and a compartment under the basement, that's where Madam Web would be. There was just nothing enjoyable about the film. Usually with any bad film, I can kind of find something that I kind of sort of like about it. Nah, I really can't say that I did. Oh, actually, yes, the parts where Dakota Johnson, it's pretty obvious that she got to ad lib a little bit. I did like that, but that was few and far between. Neil, also Dakota Johnson fired her agent because of this movie, so she knew. I would do that too. This movie was atrocious on so many levels. I mean, I all the acting was wasted. You would think that this would be a good vehicle for not only Dakota Johnson, but for the other female actresses who were in this film. I wouldn't even say I was in it. Mm-mm. And even worse, that the girls weren't in all of their various superhero incarnations for a good portion of the movie. That pissed me off. Hey, Fork 501 says, Happy Friday, all. Well, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Did it set up or connect to Craven or Venom? Craven, I have no idea about. He's not one that I really know about. I didn't read his comics. Venom, I'm going to say no. If there was a connection to Venom, I was probably so pissed off that I missed it. But no, no obvious connection to Venom at all. I would have liked that. I totally would have liked that. If Eddie Brock had showed up, I probably would have given this movie. Well, he probably would have taken over the Dar movie anyway. Probably saved me. Yeah, Bosco just backed me up. Yep, nope, nothing, nothing. This was a let's make a girl power movie for an obscure Marvel character who, from what I hear about what this Marvel character originally was, did her dirty. Absolutely dirty. Ion, hello, says this does not sound like this does not sound good. Sorry you had to suffer. I am willing to fall on that grenade so y'all don't have to suffer through this. Or if you decide to say it, hey, I just give you my opinion. But yes, it is not a good movie. Again, Morbius was so bad it was good. There were good parts that you could pick out of it. And it's like, okay, that's all right. I mean, it sucks, but I'm kind of liking it and I shouldn't, kind of like that. I saw the title of this stream and knew we were about to get extra spicy this morning. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. When I live stream a movie reaction, it's either a really crappy movie or a movie so good, I have to tell you, it's never in the middle when I do this. Hating Nate. That movie is trash from the trailers. Oh my god. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, 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 it was trash. It was trash. Speaking of trash, Furiosa looks like trash too. Given the trailer, just nah, nah, just nah, just nah, just nah. Danny says, was the bad guy good? He seemed to be a beast in the trailer. No, he was very one dimensional. And that was the problem. If you got a bad guy, he needs to be very well fleshed out. Like the bad guy, it's like you're so into his character, you love him and hate him at the same time. No, no. With the bad guy, it's like, I came from nothing. You're not going to take it away from me. That's about it. That's about it. He was just pissed off that he came from nothing and keeps having this vision that these three girls, all in the same spider properties, that spider superpowers that he has, are going to come and kill him. That's it. The actor, I'm probably going to say that this is the directing more so than the actor, because you could tell the actor, I mean, he had some chops, but totally flat. Unless he was in the suit, even when he was in the spider suit, he was a little bit more interesting, but no. Nah. And it's a shame. It's a shame. Hey, John Sapola says, good morning, folks, and TGIF indeed, especially as I am off today. Love it, love it, love it. I never heard of this movie, Nuff said. Oh, yeah, I didn't either. I never heard of the movie. I had never heard of the character. And that's what the chatter was in the beginning. It's just like, Madam Web, isn't she an older lady? Think of like the Leslie Uggams character from Deadpool. That's who I thought we were going to get, kind of like that. But apparently she was much older, um, wheelchair blind, and had this kind of psychic foresight ability. That's what I'd heard. But that compared with this movie, they tried to make it an origin story, but it was an origin story that nobody freaking cared about, really. Wasn't interesting. Hey, an unexpected fire. Says, howdy, y'all. Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Good seeing you. Good seeing you. As expected. Okay, so the film starts. First of all, 27 of you guys in here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Anyway, so the film starts out right in Peru somewhere. Okay, 1973 in Peru. You got some chick taking pictures. Of course, they're trying to research spiders and everything, because she wants to find the spider that whose venom can be used to save people. Noble cause, right? Figured that out. She gets up, and you see this chick is about to pop. She's obviously pregnant, and I'm very pregnant. I'm just like, what sense does this make? 0 sense. The bad guy comes back up, to her and is just like, did you find the spider? Did you find the spider? And she's like, oh, well, I haven't found it yet. I need to find it. So obviously he goes in and like takes pictures of all of her research and stuff like that. And eventually comes back to kill her when she finds the spider. Yeah. Basically shoots her in the chest. I'm just I'm like, I don't care. This entitled Karen is basically stomping through the jungle in Peru. No, nah. I'm just like, that is so stupid. So freaking stupid. Spider-Man movie minus Spider-Man. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, yeah. Peter was actually there. Peter was in utero, but he was there. We get to meet Ben Parker. He's in there. I'm kind of like, why? I, he did not need to be in that movie. That was obviously just something to throw in to maybe keep people interested, but no. But no. So we saw Ben Parker, we saw Uncle Ben, we saw his sister, Mary, Peter's mother. Okay. It's interesting how they do not call the baby Peter, although we know that's Peter Parker. But that was about it. Yeah. Spider-Man movie minus Spider-Man. No. Again, for your normies. If Spider-Man isn't in it, why the heck do I want to see it? Makes no sense. Bosco says this movie went nowhere and connected to nothing. It actually erased Toby Spider-Man. Yeah, it was just there. It's like a fever dream and not a good one, that you want to remember with respect to this movie. It was just everywhere and nowhere and no anchor that we cared about when it came to Spider-Man at all. I would rather save my money for new release physical media. I understand you. I totally understand you. Chef Nation says, so they did Stan Lee's wife dirty shame, loved her voiceover as Madam Web. Oh, his wife did that? Yeah, I'm not surprised. They've been crapping on Stan Lee ever since, he passed away. And it's just disgusting. It really is. And a lot of people don't understand just how hands-on Stan Lee was with the Marvel properties. I mean, I still have, let me see. Let me see. What do I got so I can show you guys? Okay, so I have Marvel Comics where Stan Lee would actually answer fan letters. Okay. I need a better sleeve for this because this is my most prized uh Marvel comic. I know. I'm such a girl. I am. Anyway, people forget just how hands-on Stanley was with that. I tell you, it's yeah, Jean Francis Marvel went down the drain after Stanley passed away. One of the reasons why I'm getting into theme parks here. The Spider-Man 3D ride at Universal is so popular is because you hear Stanley's voice at the end. Let's see. Since Marvel is prone to adapting the worst movies possible, I have a feeling we'll see Madam Web in Avengers 11. Maybe we'll get the old lady version who can't walk. I don't know. If they do that, maybe they'll cast somebody else. Yeah, we probably won't get the old lady version. I don't think so. I don't think they even want that one. Was this worse than Insect People and the disjointed multiverse or Waterboy 2 Electric Boogaloo? Uh, Worse than the Insect People and the disjointed universe. Yes. I thought Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania was awful. No, this was worse than that. Again, to get back to the opening, because the opening is the hook that grabs you, right? Tries to make that emotional connection. Okay. So what was it? I keep forgetting who the heck this chick's name is in the movie. Shows you how much I didn't care. But anyway, mom gets shot. These mystical spider people come out of nowhere, jumping through trees, pick her up, take her back to some like mystic looking pool under some rocks and try to save her with the spider venom. And apparently the baby's born in the pool. And guess what? That's our girl. And the mystic says Her life will not be easy, but when she needs us, we will be here for her. And that was the open. Yes, 1973 Hate and Nate. That's when it starts out. And then after the opening scene, you're into 2003. 2003. No, her mom was the one who was pregnant. So basically she gave birth to the quote unquote superhero. Think of, like, if you go back to the movie Blade, remember Blade's origin story, how Blade came to be? His mother got bit by a vampire when she was pregnant. That origin story was freaking cool. We're just like, what? How does that work? And you find out his origin story about where he came from. I think that's what they tried to do here and failed miserably. So her mom was pregnant. Cassie Webb, Cassandra Webb, yeah, born with spider powers. So yeah, they ripped off a Blade in a way, and not good at all. Dang, Blade was a good movie. I need to go back and watch Blade. Ion says all this to keep an IP. Venom was a good gamble. Yes, I agree, even though Venom was not as sinister as I would like. But the more you do without Spider-Man involvement, the riskier it gets, and you have to knock it out of the park with a story, but without your hero. And that was the thing with this film. I mean, who cared about this chick who could see in the future and can't do CPR right? Okay, to get back to the CPR thing, because that pissed me off too. There's this accident scene, and she's supposedly giving this guy CPR. She's like doing compressions and looking around, and doing compressions and looking around. She's not like doing the compressions, two breaths, doing the compressions. I guess because he's breathing. I don't know. But I'm just like, that's not how you do CPR. And then later on in the film, she teaches the girls how to do CPR because apparently, the spider neurotoxins or whatever, if the bad guy, if he touches you, gets enough venom in you to kill you, which we saw in another scene where basically the bad guy decided to kill his booty call for the night, who happened to be working for the NSA. I kid you not. Definitely a booty call gone wrong, for real. Lord have mercy. Anyway, but yeah, so Cassandra teaches all the girls how to do CPR, and it's like, oh, this is great. And I'm just like, no, you're doing it wrong. But apparently teaches them how to do CPR. So at the end of the film, where Cassandra falls into the water after she saves them all, the girls go down, they pick her up, they bring her back on land, and they all give her CPR. And then she comes back again. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It, this movie, I kept looking at my watch. I kept looking around. I didn't get it. It was freaking awful. And the cleanest New York subways and trains I've ever seen. Just saying. Just saying. They better do X-Men 97 right with previously on X-Men. Um, I really I don't have a whole lot of hope for X-Men 97, but I will say this. It's gonna give me a lot of channel fodder because I'm about to go watch all of the X-Men cartoons because I used to watch that religiously. And you hear the music that they have in the promo for X-Men 97 and you kind of get hyped up, but mm, I don't think that they are, but I will let you know for sure. I will be watching that. John Cipolla says, I was out I was in outrage when cancel culture went after Stanley. Yes, I was so pissed by that. I really was. And a lot of that most likely manufactured by Disney after they bought it. Ugh. Leland says Blade was great. Yes, Blade was awesome. And all of those nightclub scenes that you see in John Wick where the lights are flashing and there's fights going on, Blade did that first. And it was hot. Hey, theme park casual, how you doing? Says, hey kids, good seeing you. It's really early where you are. Oh my gosh, good seeing you. Good seeing you. I think I am just tired of origin stories and I never saw Blade. John, do yourself a favor. Watch the movie Blade. Watch that. It is all kinds of cool. Wesley Snipes, Chris Christopherson. It's awesome. It's awesome. And I think it's the origin stories that are not done right. And they don't make us care about it. And they don't plug into the comics lore. Because now you have people who are making comic book movies. They don't care about the comic books, so they've been told to not watch the comic books because that's not the audience that they want. They want the comic book audience to sell their film, but they don't want to make it for them. I know it's ridiculous, but I can tell from observation from what I've seen as someone who's read the comics, they don't care about us. I'm CPR certified, and that makes me mad as hell. Yeah, Chef Nation. Oh, here's the other thing. Okay, so the dude she was doing CPR on, we cut back, and he just sits up like he's fine. And she's like, okay, sure, you're okay. You can go. I'm like, what kind of cut rate fire department is this? Just zero cents, 0 cents, Chef Nation. Like I said, if you're a first responder, this movie's gonna piss you off. I mean, they could at least get an accident scene right. If you've ever seen any kind of first responder drama where all hell is breaking loose and they're triaging people and very realistic. Not this. Not this. Steel Leg of History says, I've seen all of the old X-Men 97, so this new one better be good. We shall see. We shall see. I'm going to go back and refresh my knowledge about the old X-Men 97 because I used to watch that religiously. I heard they made Rogue's ass flat as a pancake. I'm not too cool about that. Or the flying blood at the end. I like the flying blood part. Lelom said the soundtrack in Blade was powerful. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And let's see. They wasted all of their money on a sensitivity coach and couldn't afford the CPR check. No. I I was just like, how the heck are you going to do that? Speaking of normies, most normies have seen dramatizations of accident scenes. So they know pretty much what to expect when you see someone, giving someone CPR and you know how it works. Not here. No. Nah. How you going to give CPR to a guy, cut back, he's fine, he sits up. There's no one trying to take vitals. There's no one, doing anything like that. No one assessing if the accident scene is safe before you intervene. Yes, I am CPR certified. I had to do that. Ridiculous. Absolutely, absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, I have to love this man, I have to love this line. Madam Web somehow has worse reviews than Morbius. How do you mean somehow? This film, let me show you. So I kid you not, if you guys saw my Spice Lounge show, which is on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern, the critics score was, I think, like it was around 15, I think, and the audience score was 68 with only like 50 or so reviews. And I'm like, oh no, just wait, just wait. Now it's 54%. And I think that that's going to drop even lower. I would not be surprised if the critics and the audience score winds up being the same with at least at the highest 20% because this movie was trash. To borrow Fatal J's catchphrase. Just freaking awful. Absolutely, absolutely awful. Hanzo Sword 01. I love that avatar. Looks so cool. Have you been watching the D Files on Chris Gore's channel Film Threat? He explains a lot what is wrong with Disney. Yes, yes, Chris Gore is a friend of the channel. I actually have a video interview with him coming out. Actually, should be premiering on Sunday about how making Star Wars a girls brand is one of the worst things that Disney has done. I've been following the D Files and had a great conversation with him. So yeah, I'm very, very, very familiar with Chris Gore. Always a great time talking to him. And yeah, I've been binging the D Files like crazy, like crazy. Chef Nation said, I heard the girls' outfits were meh. You mean the superhero outfits? Well, both the superhero outfits. I'm trying to find a picture of the outfits for you guys so you can see it. The superhero outfits were, yeah, they were, it was nothing that you hadn't seen before. And I swear one of them was a callback to the Iron Spider, which we already saw. So let's see if I can find. They made Sid. Can I just say they made Sydney Sweeney look so ugly? She is a beautiful girl. And they made her look like crap. Trying to see if I can find the pictures for you guys. You know it's bad when all they show are photos from the premiere and hardly anything from the film itself. I mean, yeah, they look a lot better in person here than they did in the film. Okay, it's obvious they don't want to show us that. Well, anyway, back to Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, the outfits were boring. In 2003, not for nothing, but I dressed a heck of a lot better than that. And I think again, you have people making these movies where they are afraid to show women as feminine women. And it's very obvious. They uglify these chicks throughout the movie. And contrary to what's been put out there, women like to look at other good-looking women, okay? We do. Teenagers like to look at good-looking teenagers. How it is. Sorry if that offends you. Sorry, not sorry, but it's true. It started off around 17 and 62. Yeah, I just knew that that audience score was way, way too high. Way too high. So we're going to look at some of the you know what? We'll probably peek at a little bit of the critics and the audience scores because the critics went ham on this one. I think they were just like, F that. I'm offended. I had to watch this tournament. Wow, look at that score. Rotten to the core. It will be on D plus in a month. Book it. I'm halfway tempted to do no, that'll be a waste of my time. I would say rip it as a watch party, but dang it, no. There's no. I'd do one for Morbius first. No, I would do one for the Eternals first before I did this movie. People that are willing to pay for this movie and then willing to go to Rotten Tomatoes to rate it will probably score it well. Hmm, yeah, willing. Possibly. You got that group, and then you have the other group who earnestly thought that this wasn't gonna be that bad, spent this money and pissed and just let the salt fly with the with that. I give people such clippable material. Yes, you did say that. How high did Dakota Johnson's jeans get? In the trailer, it looked like it was City. I didn't even see it. It looked like she was wearing mom jeans and just like this jacket, and none of it was stylish. It's not like she had on, jeans, some killer looking boots, a killer top, and a leather jacket. There was nothing stylish about it. I mean, she looked like somebody's mom. Eh, yeah. Just stop making beautiful girls ugly in these films. I mean, I know some of you blue hair feminists don't like good looking women, but that's your personal problem. If we're putting down our money, we want to see good looking people. If I want to see average looking people, I would go to Walmart. Okay? Don't waste my hard earned money with that. Oh, let's see. Trying to find a good. Oh, here's Kurt Loder. Man, if you're a old school MTV head, you love Kurt Loder. Dakota Johnson's air of serene self-possession in the face of the movie's limp CGI and lunkhead dialogue is wonderfully calming. If she's not appalled by the movie's mad editing and muddled plot, why should we worry? Yeah, this film did our dirty. Just absolute crap. Absolute crap. Director S.J. Clarkson, this is the same people who gave us Morbius, has delivered a glossy, hyperactive jolt of colorfully unvarnished absurdity that could almost be fun if it wasn't so poorly plotted and obviously dumb. Uh, let's see. I'm trying to find another one. I mean, I can't remember the last time I've seen this many really, really, really bad. Well, here's Rosa, who I do like. I've actually been on Polly's channel with Rosa Parrish. She says, Madam Web fails to deliver an entertaining comic book story, with its titular performance being one note and secondary characters massively underused. This entry is another forgettable film. Absolutely. Absolutely. But what you guys want to see are the audience scores. Hey, Jean Francis, good seeing you. Good seeing you. Let's pick through a little bit of these. The movie was awesome. It's the beginning of Spider Girls. I can't wait to see the new movies in the future. Loved it. I don't want to see verified. I want to see all audience. This is what I want to see. And when you pull up Rotten Tomatoes, they will always give you the verified audience first. That is not what you want to see. You want to see all audience reviews. And here is where you get this stuff. What happened here? Terrible. No, literally, it passed the time. Sony do better. Things went a little bit too far with this movie. Wait for this one to be free on streaming and then say it. Sony has not learned any lessons on movie making. Yeah, I believe it. It's why I don't trust the verified audience. The verified ones are the ones that come out first. And yeah, you never know if they didn't get those tickets, excuse me, for free. Yeah, yeah. That's why I make it known. I pay for my tickets. Not the best movie ever created, but certainly not the worst. Oh, I don't think so. No, it wasn't better than Venom 2. No, Venom Let There Be Carnage. I enjoyed that more than the first Venom. So I don't know what the heck this person's talking about. This just isn't a hero movie. And that's absolutely right. There isn't. It isn't a hero movie. Do you know what what she learned? You know what Cassandra learned in this movie? Her big revelation was that her mother went to Peru to save her as a baby, and she spent all of her life being angry with her about her being in foster care. Well, apparently, her mother had gotten a diagnosis that the baby was gonna have some kind of neuromuscular disease, and she's like, "No, I'm gonna teach my child to be strong. I'm gonna go down to Peru and check out this experimental thing and go chase spiders." Okay, so rather than go to a genetic clinic or a specialist or something like that, she's gonna go down to the jungles of Peru and basically threaten her baby's life to do this. Yes, CJ, I kid you not. Yes, she had the power inside her all along. She had to go back to the beginning to realize the power that she had. And while she doesn't have the strength and agility, that we associate with Spider-Man, the fact that she can be everywhere at once if she taps into the power within. Nah, I was like, "Dude, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out." Yes, if you accept this great power and pretty much take responsibility. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That was pretty much it. And it was just like, oh, just no. Just no. Dylan C says it's like they wanted to do what Deadpool 1 did, but failed the lesson, despite having the resources that Sony has and Deadpool's recent entry into the MCU. Yeah, with Deadpool 1, they came out swinging in the beginning. I mean, by the time the credits were over, the opening credits, you were already invested in what was gonna happen. And they didn't tell us. They showed us. So by the time they started telling us stuff, we were already invested in what was going on. Even when dude bet against him to die, in the death pool. Oh my gosh. I gotta watch Deadpool 1 again. I did not plan on seeing Deadpool because I was like, who the heck is this dude? And then people were coming back and telling me what happened. Then I watched Deadpool and man, I loved it. I loved it so much that Deadpool is one of my favorite Marvel collectibles to collect. I actually have a stuffed Deadpool I used to have when I worked in the office, which I'm actually going back to the office. But anyway, yeah, yeah. The CIO would come by my desk and look at all my Deadpool figures. The old lady precog that ends up in the wheelchair, she was basically a guru type in the Marvel 616. Now, I would have loved to have seen this, and we didn't get this. I know the Soska sisters are automatically ready for Deadpool 3. Yes, I am ready for it. I'm ready for it. All kinds of ready for it. I can't wait. Not a stuffed unicorn. No, no stuffed unicorn. Yeah, not yeah. I didn't see the stuffed unicorn in the trailer for Deadpool. Although I almost bought a bag that had Deadpool riding a unicorn. She's basically a pit stop, a skit, not worth an entire movie. No, it's like I can see Madam Web as a cameo as a secondary character, but a whole movie. Who wants to watch a whole movie about a chick trying to find herself in a superhero movie? Make that make sense, but apparently Sony didn't. A summer movie during winter. Okay. Master class in film production. Yeah, okay, whatever. I wanted to like it. I go into all movies to see it for myself. I don't just go by what critics say. But right from the beginning, this movie felt awkward. It couldn't get out of its own way. And that is true. There were so many awkward and annoying parts. Like I said, the booty call gone wrong. Oh, another scene. Okay, where apparently there's all of this surveillance technology that when I look at it, it does not look like it's a 2003 type of setup at all. Nah. I was like, that doesn't jive with the type of technology that they had back then. Just wasn't working. Rotten, rotten, rotten. One of the worst superhero movies I've ever seen. The script is ridiculous. It tries everything and delivers nothing entertaining. Awful. I think the writers may have been on a secret strike. This movie was absolutely just crap. And let me bring up this last one. I really wanted to like the film, but unfortunately my eyes and ears work. So I just couldn't. Right away, the forced Ben Parker connection felt just that, forced. It was a needless tie-in that did nothing for the story. And I think they brought in the Ben Parker thing because they didn't have a story at all. It's crazy. Let's see. And while we're talking story, what the actual there is no real story. I'm a longtime Spider-Man comic collector, reader, and watcher, and the changing of Cassandra's character is another Sony fail. Oh, thank you for all this. I'm sure they couldn't call her a mutant because Marvel owns that somehow, but the entire jungle and spider fight thing doesn't work. Nah, at least with Miles Morales, yes, he got bit by a spider. I think it was a robotic spider, I think. Like a nanobot spider, but he still got like a spider bite. That part, that kind of lore we remember. Having Cassie's mom go into the jungle, pregnant, get shot, about to die, spider people find her. They give her spider venom, but she dies, but the baby's born with spider venom power. What doesn't doesn't make sense. What else doesn't work? Well, everything, to be honest. The cinematography, oh shoot. Okay, sorry about that. Cinematography and direction seems to be at a TV movie level from the 90s. Even the actors I typically enjoy, Dakota Johnson and Sydney Sweeney, seem to phone in their performances. The only actors who brought anything to the table were Adam Scott and Emma Roberts, who was weirdly cast as Mary Parker, but okay. Overall, this film further solidifies that Sony has zero idea with what to do with Spider-Man characters. I am now genuinely afraid for the upcoming Kraven the Hunter film because this film left me longing for the tortured cinematic disaster of Morbius and more Morbin time rather than sitting through another uninspired minute of the female-led cast that failed to deliver on any level. And that's the thing when it comes to films like this, because you will have people who will say, You don't like this film because there's women in it. It's like, no, we don't like this film because it's crap. There's nothing about, even if you switched it, like say you put male characters in this movie, it would still be crap. It would be absolutely awful. And it's a disgrace that, Sony wants people to pay to see this darn movie. It's not about it being female led. However, when you have writers who are trying to make it female led for the sake of being female led and you don't tap into that feminine energy, doesn't work. Mm-mm. Like I said, you've got the Karen in the beginning who wants to traipse through the jungle in Peru when she's about to, drop a baby. That doesn't make any darn sense. You've got three entitled teenagers, all with extremely dysfunctional families. How somehow they're living on their own now or whatever. One girl, she's like, yeah, my mom's in a psych ward, so I'm living with my dad and his new family, and they don't like me very much. So you've got that. You've got one girl who has obviously really, really rich parents, but they're out of the country somewhere. So she lives at home with the housekeeper. And the third girl, she's like, well, I don't have anybody anymore because my dad got deported. I got a problem with that. You're talking about New York. And granted, this is just me with my experience. New York has the largest Puerto Rican population. Okay. How come this chick couldn't be Puerto Rican? How come she couldn't be the one who a functional family at home? Just like, yeah, my abuelita's gonna whip my ass when she finds out I've been gone for that long. But none of these girls had functional families at all. And oh, the little bit of the combat scenes that they showed with the girls with the spider powers, it was awfully shot. Oh my gosh, it was just crap. It was crap. It was crap. You wanna put women in movies, make them look hot and actually give them something to do. Go back and watch Alien series. Go back and watch, Terminator. Go back and watch that. Go back and watch Charlie's Angels, the original, the version with Lucy Liu and Cameron Diaz and Drew Barrymore. Go watch that version of Charlie's Angels. Watch that. People have no problem with seeing women in movies, but above all, make it a movie that's worth watching in the first place. That's all I'm saying. Call me sexist. I don't care. I've been called worse. Hey, Brogu, how you doing? Says hello, everyone. Hello, Lorraine. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Well, I sure am. Hanging out with over 30 of you here in the chat, giving you guys my spoiler review of the worst superhero movie ever. And oh, to completely spoil the ending. Okay. So, you know how the bad guys like, these girls are all going to kill me. They're all going to kill me. They're all going to kill me. Well, turns out it wasn't the girls who were gonna wind up killing him. It turns out to be the Pepsi sign that was on fire. Yes, death by Pepsi neon sign. And of course, Cassandra said it wasn't the girls who were gonna kill you. I'm paraphrasing. It was me. Girl, it wasn't you. Again, it was the fallen Pepsi sign. I kid you not. Oh, Hojo, hello. Says thanks for watching this so we don't have to. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. If I can prevent people as much as I can for spending money on crap movies, I've done my job. Done my job. I forgot about Craven. Yeah, I didn't know who Craven was because I didn't. I had my niche that I wanted to stay in with Marvel Comics, which was the X Men, Spider Man, more X Men. So I didn't know who Craven was. Some folks had told me who Craven was, but I do not trust these people to do Craven the Hunter. I mean, this movie had some of the worst male characters in it. They were just, I mean, we're talking seriously low T. Okay. Nah. No, 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 no. I'm worried about Craven. I'm worried they're going to make a PETA approved Craven if you get my drift. Hmm. Let's see. Women in film has never been the problem. The problem is that the film sucks. It just happens to have women in it. They aren't the problem. That's right. Two crappy writers who are the problem. That's done on purpose. They want to destroy family. Remember? Yes, yes, I do. I wasn't surprised, but I wanted to point that it's like it's not surprising, but it's like keep throwing this in these people's faces when when they do this. It's like we see what you're doing. We see what you're doing. Steel Leg of History says the Reina Creole. Some of my favorite movies were led by ladies. The movies with ladies today suck. Yeah, it's like they want it. Let's put it this way: they want to have a female led film. When I hear female led, usually by female led, they mean fourth wave feminist female led. That's pretty much what they mean. Or the original Charlie's Angels from the 70s. Yeah, that was before my time, but yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Was there a post credit scene? If there was, Chef Nation, I was so pissed off I didn't stay to look. I can't think of anything in the post credit scene that I wanted to watch. Usually with these superhero quote unquote movies, people are waiting to watch the end credits. Most of those people were gone. And those 20 somethings behind me, they were like, shh, bump this movie. Oh yeah. Hojo says I love women so much that I married one. I get held by ankle biters on my comment because the lead is a woman and I'm not. uh, I tell you, these folks. Yes, Pepsi killed the guy. Pepsi, yeah. Death by Pepsi. You can quote me on that. Yes. Death by Pepsi and revival by compressions. Culture was right. He said compression saved lives. That's pretty much it with this. It sucks to be a Pepsi spokesperson these days. Oh, Craven the Hunter is the most toxic male you'll ever meet. Thanks James Bond, but a villain and much worse. Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna check that out. Hojo, why does the Ezekiel costume look suspiciously like Miles Morales? Yeah, I saw that. I noticed that. It's like they couldn't do something different. Either that or Sony said, we're not paying for a new costume. Go and pull that Miles Morales thing out there. Use that instead. Hey, Capitano. Says just popped in. Loki's stream is over. Loki's awesome. Loki's awesome. I got to meet him in person. He is so cool. His morning show is great. I haven't been able to see it in the longest time because unfortunately it's like when I'm working, but he's doing great. Sounds like the entire movie was the post opening credits. Oh God, hey Alan, this movie was so bad. It was so bad. I I just have to shake my head. It was so freaking awful and not needed. There was no reason for this movie to exist. I'm thinking somebody either owed somebody a favor or somebody was going to reveal where the bodies were buried, and that's why this movie got made. Hey, Lance Corporal Waffle says, good morning from North Hills, California. I know exactly where North Hills is, my dear. Good seeing you, Lance Corporal Waffles. Some of my favorite movies have been led by women. Dude, you picked this up. Sigourney Weaver and Aliens and the Terminator movie 1 and 2. Love those movies. Yes, Brogu. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. Did Pepsi pay to be in the movie? I think they did. All that product placement. Yeah. Yeah. I think they paid to be in that movie, just like Lockheed Martin more than likely paid to have Starscream as their F-22 in the Transformers movies, and also in Top Gun Maverick as well. Is Pepsi killing someone that far-fetched given what's in it? Soda's bad for you people. Soda's bad. Not sure if I'll be watching a movie in a movie theater anytime soon. Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that. Looking forward to you talking about X-Men 97. Oh, yeah. X-Men 97 is definitely on my radar. Definitely. Especially as I was the one who watched that cartoon religiously, as I said. And I actually happen to be a girl who watched that cartoon. So, yeah. Yeah. Bring back Rogue's booty. I'm insulted. They did that. They're telling us that they do not like us booty chicks. I'm not happy about that. Dylan C says, I may only watch X-Men 97 because I really loved X-Men Evolution as a kid. I saw the trailer and thought, while the character designs were good, the animation was choppy. I'm going to look into exactly what animation house did that. Because, yeah, I love the X-Men. I love the X-Men cartoon. Like I said, the X-Men, the whole mutant theme, I gravitated to because as a girl who was a cheerleader, I couldn't tell people I like comic books. I had a small group of nerd friends who knew, but they knew that I didn't really talk about it a whole lot. And I felt exactly like a mutant. So that's why I gravitated to the X-Men comics so much as a kid and still, and still do. Let's see. Props to you, LRC, for taking one for the team and watching this for us. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Horror, sci-fi, and fantasy tend to have strong female leads characters, so this weird trend in DEI is just bizarre. It is bizarre, but it makes sense what they're trying to do. If you notice the trend of, these, I want to say, uglified women, defeminized women, and feel that in order for women to be empowered, that they have to act like men. Most of the people producing this stuff are ones that didn't get over being bullied or, the last one picked or failed with men. I don't know, whatever personal problem it is with that, it's seeping into the entertainment. We don't need to relive your high school trauma in a way we don't care about. And that's pretty much it. Again, if you go and you look at most of the kick-ass, women with kick-ass leads, the women were good looking. They were good looking. They were strong in a way that was feminine strength. And the men that were in the movies, they weren't cucked. See, that's the thing. No woman, well, at least worth their salt anyway, wants to see a movie full of like beta men. Unless they're beta men trying to be learning how to be alpha men. It's a little different, but Doesn't work. Jay Marciello, hello and welcome to my chat. Says way too many plot holes in this movie. You got that right. All the pacing was off and the action scenes felt forced. Yeah, it was. You know, a movie is bad when you're pulled out of the moment and all you're doing is just chalking up every single thing that's wrong. We've all been in movies that we really like, and there's something that'll show up that it's like, that's not really realistic, but we don't care because the movie's good. Not in this case. I mean, just, eh. Hey, Jacqueline, good to see you. Good to see you. And Brogu says, I'm looking forward to Dune 2. How about you, Lorena? Yes, I already have my ticket for Dune 2. My theater, I think that showing it's actually filling up pretty fast. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to see the preview fan event. I'm trying to decide the theater where it is. I'd have to pay to park, and I got a problem with that. So either way, I'm seeing Dune 2. I'm very excited about seeing that. I also want to see the film Imaginary about the scary imaginary friend. I saw the trailer for that in the theater last night. Yeah, that freaked me out. Oh my gosh, it freaked me out. So I have to see that. Anyway. Lance Cobra Waffle says, I'm going to stick with anime where the men are macho and badass and the women have big, huge anime tits. I'm loving Spy Family. Okay. But you're so right about that, Lance. I do. I enjoy anime. They just put it out there. I love it. I love it. Speaking of anime, we'll say anime style gaming. I can't wait to get a real gaming computer because I want to play Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact. I just love the outfits that you get character gets to wear. Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. Let's see. Fun fact, liberal women tend to be not as attractive as conservative women. There are studies on it. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Or I would say to even add to that, yeah, women who are comfortable in their femininity, yeah, they do. But yes, especially the liberal women of today, I don't know. They just don't want to look like men, which explains a lot about Hillary Clinton. Um, Masculine men and feminine women, yin and yang, enough said. Yeah, this is why foreign cinema, especially Indian movies, the balance is amazing, and that's what's so that's why foreign cinema is so popular. Well, we'll say of more interest, especially K-dramas. Holy crap. Tell you, they know what sells, and that's what sells. Jalmar Jr. says, I was going to see Madam Web in theaters because of I'm crushing on Sydney Sweeney and Dakota Johnson. Now I'll just wait. Yeah, dude, just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Sydney Sweeney, they just made her so ugly in this movie. Just know. Just know. I wonder why Dakota Johnson hasn't fired her agent yet. I heard she did. I hope she does, because this is a movie you do not want on your resume. Like, look, I cashed that check. That was it. Brogu, you're absolutely right, Lorena. Not only do you have these masculine women in these movies today, but the men are a bunch of simp beta men. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I call them the masculine feminists. Go watch the episode of Married with Children with the masculine feminist. You never trust a masculine feminist. Not at all. Let's say, I feel bad that Dakota Johnson thought she was in an MCU movie, but she was given an Amy Pascal Sony abomination. I really do feel bad for Dakota Johnson and Sydney Sweeney, especially Dakota Johnson. Okay. I really feel bad for her. I think people are willing to hate this movie, but want Dakota Johnson to have something better. And people can see that the movie is trash because of how it's written. Her performance is not at fault. I still haven't seen RRR yet. Alan, get 3 hours and watch RRR. For real. Watch it. It is it is so worth the hype. If you want an antidote to American cinema, either go watch K-dramas or K-action movies, um, especially Indian cinema. Go and watch that. Definitely watch RRR. It's awesome. Let's see. Cavateño says, Lorena Creole, have you been bit by Pal World Pal yet? Because it can be addicting if it's your style of gaming. To make a long story short, the micro PC that I have, I actually have to send that back for a warranty fix. It was fine, but then I started gaming and it don't like me very much. So I have to build a new gaming PC, which I'm excited to get to put together eventually myself. So I can't really get back into PC gaming until I do that. Um, is Pal World available for play, like cross-platform play? Because if it is, and I can play that on either the Switch or a PS4, then I'll try it. Hey, Lee Loam says, got to go to work. Thanks for the live stream. Going to watch Blade this weekend. You will love watching Blade. Oh my gosh. Can't wait to hear what you think about it. Real Wade Nation, good to see you, my dear. Good to see you. Good to see you. I don't really feel bad for Dakota. Have you seen her interviews? No, I have not. So maybe that's why. So it was really bad. It was so bad. I don't even have a word for uh how bad it is. It's let's put it this way, it is so bad. I would rather watch the Marvels twice again than ever sit through Madam Web. Screw that. Hey, Amanda Pizzolatto says, hello, lovely Lorena and cheery chat. Did I miss the full roast? Slept in late at my grandma's. Yeah, you did, but you can go back and watch it. You can go back and watch the replay. We, between myself and folks in the chat, we have thoroughly roasted this this film. Let's see. Pal World is available now for Xbox, Xbox One, and Windows PC. Dang it. All right. Looks like I'm going to have to build that gaming PC sooner rather than later. But if you're channel members, you're going to see my journey through building my own gaming PC. I am so excited. I have found what has to be the sexiest gaming case. The Height Y70 Touch. Google it. Height HYTE Y70 Touch. Oh, it's going to be just the most beautiful gaming PC ever when I build it. Jacqueline says, LOL, thanks for the reminder that I should secure money for a decent desktop gaming PC. Yeah, don't buy a mini PC at all. Only if you're not doing a whole lot. But I have stressed this mini PC past what it should be doing. So yeah, gaming made me decide, yeah, I need it. That, and now that I am really wholeheartedly into the content creator game, I found out I need a better system. So building that sucker from scratch. Watch the Marvels twice. That's some bad right. Yeah. I'd watch the Marvels twice. I would actually finish watching The Eternals before watching this movie. That's how bad it is. So it's bad, and so no hope for Craven, and it's bad as Garfield's Spider-Man. I've never seen Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. I don't know if I'm gonna go back and watch it. I liked him in No Spider-Man No Way Home, but that was about it. They plan to release it on PS4, PS5, but not out yet. Okay. Well, it's going to be a spring and summer of console gaming while I save up and buy the parts for my gaming PC. You know what? I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys this case. I know I'm kind of off, but I'm I'm about to watch stuff. Actually, I gotta wrap this up because I gotta go down to Magic Kingdom. Well, I think I shall watch the replay. Such a bummer. This movie turned out worse than I expected, but I knew it wasn't going to be anywhere as good as the worst Spider-Man. You are 100% right, my dear. 100% right. LRC talking about a gaming PC. Show us the case. Show us the case. Well, yes, let me show you guys. Let me show you guys the case before I wrap the stream up. Let's see. Okay, so this is the case that I want. Let's see. Oh, wait, no, no. This is the case that I want. It is the Height Y70, has a 4K touchscreen. As you can see right down there, 4K touchscreen. It looks so hot in the YouTube video. So basically, I can custom what will be shown on the touchscreen panel. Like I could have my Twitter stream. I may have like some snippets of gameplay. I don't know exactly how all the widgets go together. I just know I've seen people with this case. Like one chick, she had her character from Genshin Impact that was on the touchscreen. So I freaking love this. I love this. Love this. It's huge. It's got enough room for expansion, future proof, all of that stuff. I think I can put up to 60. No, that depends on the motherboard that I get. But this is the case. And I can't freaking wait to buy it. What color will the case be lighted? I'm getting the RGB fans. I'm trying to decide between the Corsair fans or the Lee and Lee fans. It will predominantly be blue, like teal blue. I'm going for that Tron aesthetic primarily, but with the option to, change the RGB lights. But predominantly it will be cyan Tron blue. Melissa Bell said, I just got that case for my son. Did you? How does he like it? I can't wait. I can't wait. This sucker is back ordered. So I have to order it so it shows up in late March. So this way I can get the chassis and with the dimensions in mind, then start ordering the parts that I need to put it together. This case is totally my personality. So I cannot freaking wait to get it. As people drooling. Yes, I am very excited. I'm very serious. Yes, I used to do this stuff back in the day. Computer engineers, we always had to do stuff with circuit boards and RAM and memory and motherboards, all that stuff. I haven't done it in a while. So I can't wait to do it again. My tower, which is got like 2 terabytes on it. I use it to edit videos on. That one, speaking of Tron, I tried to put the Tron DVD in to rip it, and the drive just got jacked up. The computer thought it could boot from that drive. So it was all stuck in some weird configuration. I had to unplug it, open the case, disconnect the DVD, put it back together, have it reboot, update Windows. Now it's working fine. So yeah, I'm going to build my own computer because I need it. I need it. I need it. It's not all put together yet, but excited. I don't blame you. Donna Hergen rather. I hope I said that right. What a great machine. Yes, it looks gorgeous. It looks gorgeous. I am so, so, so excited to put this together. But yeah, like I said, for channel members, you guys will see my computing journey with putting this rig together. I love the LEDs. Professor X is going to be raving next to the tower. He will probably try to sit on it. I kid you not. I kid you not. When I had my PS4 on a table, he liked to sit where the fan was. So he would sit on the PS4. So he'll probably try to park on top of this one too. Just coming in, what will its main function? Well, right now this is just a chassis. I'm going to be building my own gaming and streaming computer. I need something with a ton more computing power, and so I can stream games without stuttering and all that other stuff. So I'm getting back into gaming. So the building blocks, basically, I need a chassis. So I didn't just want any chassis. I'm going for the Tron aesthetic. I saw this chassis and fell in love. So that's where I'm gonna start with. Cats sit on everything. They do. They do. I don't understand the jargon, but it looks good. Well, if you're channel members, I will be explaining in plain English how to put these together. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the nerd guys, but we can get caught up in our own jargon and you can follow it. But there's some people who just like, I have no idea what they're talking about. So don't worry about that. I'm going to be explaining all that in plain English. So that's basically the case where all the computer parts go in. And I want one that is just sexy. That's what I want. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out here with me. I sure do appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And yes, gaming, but yeah, video rendering. I need to be able to play video games on the PC, stream it, be able to have like 50 tabs open. I'm one of those users. I'm a power user. I will push the edges of a computer. I'm one of those. Just give me more power, give me more. So you guys all take care. As for channel members, I will be streaming live for you guys from the Magic Kingdom. We're going to go check out the latest status of Tiana's Bayou construction adventure and just chill. It's my day off. We're going to go down there and chill. So yes, thanks so much for hanging out with me. Do not spend your money to go and see this movie. As always, I keep it real with you guys when I review things. If you're watching this on a replay, thanks so much for watching the replay. Let me know in the comments what you thought. If you had the misfortune of seeing this film, what you thought about Madam Web. So you all take care. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. from the Magic Kingdom. Bye. Friends don't let friends see Madam Web, just saying.